This is TVC News with your host, Only One Kenobi, the one and Obi channel for the Star Wars Vintage Collection news. Hello there. Now, strictly speaking, this isn't the Vintage Collection I'm going to talk to you about now. It is the Retro Collection, but myself as a collector, I kind of consider them one and the same thing, even though they are completely different, of course. But the Vintage Collection would never have happened anyway had it not been for the Vintage 80s line. So for me as a collector, I do like the Retro Collection, I embrace it, and I want to talk to you about it now. The rumour report from YakFace about the 1980s, the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back will have inspired this, so we have been speculating for a while what the second wave of the Retro Collection will be, and I think that this is probably roughly what it will be, although it is just a rumour. So, let's start off with Luke Skywalker Bespin. If you follow my channel, you'll know which card I want for this. I don't know what we'll get. I'm presuming we will get the standard Bespin card for Luke. But for myself, as a child of the 80s and someone from the UK, the one card I associate with Luke is this one here. The so-called peeping shot, you know? That's kind of what... You see a lot of shots of Luke looking like that on Empire Strikes Back anyway. But the other card is just, I know it's supposed to be the original, but it's not really the best card. So here I am again on my channel saying, I really hope that we're going to get this one, but who knows? Is it an opportunity? Will they do that? Would they ever go there? Or would they give us yet again the standard Bespin card, which has always been very grainy and not the best quality? So this is the thing. This is the thing I'd like to know. I would love this one here. That would be awesome. So also on the line, not just Luke, that's just the top of the list, and it's something I got quite excited about when I saw this news. Lando Calrissian, Han Solo, Princess Leia Organa, Boba Fett, Yoda. So the Lando Calrissian, it's quite ironic the way we talk about the vintage and the retro. This Lando Calrissian, it's got to be the classic Lando from The Empire Strikes Back, but it's another one that people have been crying out for in the vintage collection, because certainly in the VOTC, that figure not only needs an update because of the swivel elbows and all of that business, plus it was quite a bad figure for yellowing. It's coming back in this line here, so interesting the fact that it's in one, not the other, but we could do with it in both is what my point is that I'm trying to make. Han Solo, now I do think that this is going to be awesome. It's coming, ironically again, coming out in the vintage collection as a repack, but this is the classic Han Bespin. I'd love to get my hands on one of those, loose and carded of course. Princess Leia Organa. There's no Hoth next to this, but I would prefer it to be the ball gown, you know what I mean, the Bespin gown, Bespin Leia. Now, that's interesting as well. Just thinking off script now, I just realised that there was another alternative card for her as well. It would be quite nice to have the one that was the original that we saw in the vintage collection, so you can sort of pair them up as I do in my own collection on the wall. I like to have same cards in a row, but again, although I'm a big advocate of having alternatives, I would be quite interesting to see if they would do that. I mean, what are your thoughts? Would they deviate from the main track first choice card or go with alternatives? Who knows? As for Boba Fett, now this really sort of makes my blood boil a little bit, because I have said time and time again that when they re-released the VC09 Boba Fett, they missed a golden opportunity to give us an alternative card back there. Now with this Boba Fett, because it definitely is Empire Strikes Back, we have no choice but to get that same card again, which is the flame-throwing card, the original Boba Fett card. And, you know, I suppose it will contrast the rocket-firing one, which was on the Star Wars chase, but still, my point is that when the hell are we ever going to get that alternative Boba Fett card, which to me personally is a much superior card back and would fit in with the katana and all the other good things that happened in 2019. So rest assured, this card back is going to be the one you're seeing there. There's no deviating from that. And again, I will just say again how disappointed I am with Hasbro for not giving us the opportunity with the last previous re-release of VC09, the Blue Sky, as I call it, the Blue Sky Pit of Carcoon card back for Boba Fett. And finally for Yoda. Now this is really exciting because I never had a Yoda figure as a kid back in the 80s. I was born the year after the Empire Strikes Back came out, but I do know when I was a kid in the 80s, mid-80s, I had mates who had Yoda, so I remember seeing the figure. I just never had it in my own personal collection. And as for getting one now, well, forget about it. You know, you've got to spend a lot of money on that to get hold of one of those. So, and for by all accounts, it's probably the best Yoda figure they've ever made, they say. I certainly know that Toy Pooloy has said that in the past, a channel I like to follow, and, you know, he knows his stuff, certainly, in terms of the retro line. With regard to myself, that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to tell you now, speaking of Boba Fett, actually, I have been searching, as you know, the subscribers of this channel, for a revenge VC09. Last night, I finally got one on eBay. I'm sad to say it is punched, not unpunched, but doesn't matter. Beggars can't be choosers. I just wanted to fill this gap in my own collection. So when that does arrive, I will review that, of course. But there you are. This is the rumour from YakFace. A lot of his rumours are usually pan out and are correct. I don't know what his source is, Jason. You need to spill the beans. I'd love to meet that guy. But the bottom line is that they've said that there is also expect an official announcement probably at the Toy Fair next month for The Empire Strikes Back. So there's going to be another figure coming out. Another rumour as well I've heard about the Hoth playset or something, so that's interesting. Yeah, AT-AT driver, man, that would be awesome. Just imagine they put that on the, put that inside the games box. That would be awesome. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Vintage Collection News, or TVC News, with myself, Only One Kenobi. Leave your thoughts and feelings and whatever at the bottom in the comment section. Do subscribe if you are new around here. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One, out.